Biography. Tony Stark initially sees Ultron as a form of AI that could keep the peace on a global scale, essentially acting as armor around the world to protect it from large-scale threats like the Chitauri. However, he is unable to complete it until he discovers a living computer system inside Loki's scepter. Stark works secretly with Bruce Banner and uses this newfound artificial intelligence to complete his defense program. However, when Ultron awakens, he finds his creator missing. He immediately takes steps to wipe the Avengers and most of humanity off the map to move life on the planet to the next step. Awakening. Ultron can use his incredible artificial intelligence to access all the data available on Earth. Not only does he search the internet with amazing speed, but he also uses it to send his consciousness into other robot bodies, making him nearly indestructible. His strength and weapon abilities depend on which robotic body he inhabits. He demonstrated super strength and incredible durability and could even fire energy blasts. Ultron can also control machines, from assembly line robots to killer drones, to do his bidding. Ultron looking menacing. The path to extinction. Ultron sees the Avengers as one of the main problems in the world's stunted evolution. He particularly dislikes his creator, Tony Stark, and becomes enraged when compared to him. Evil AI has a particular dislike for Vision, who inhabits the powerful body that Ultron built for himself. Ultimately, Ultron antagonizes all of humanity and decides to kill as many of them as possible and replace them with robots. Designed to save the world. Ultron used Wanda and Pietro Maximoff's hatred of the Avengers and Stark, in particular, to make good soldiers out of the genetically altered twins. He also did business with Ulysses Klaue, a mercenary and arms dealer. But eventually Ultron's plans to kill all of humanity ended those relationships. Creation gone wrong. After storming a Hydra base in Sokovia and securing Loki's scepter back from Baron von Strucker, Tony Stark asked Thor if he could examine the strange weapon, which exhibited mind control abilities, for a few days. Stark and Bruce Banner soon discovered the scepter possessed an artificial intelligence far more complicated than Jarvis, which would later be identified by Thor as the Mind Stone. You can watch this whole story after this in Avengers: Age of Ultron movie, if you do not want any spoilers. As the rest of the Avengers worked with S.H.I.E.L.D. to evacuate civilians off of the floating city, Thor threw himself into battle with Ultron. The Asgardian had been stalling long enough for Vision to regain himself and smash their foe with Mjolnir. With Ultron threatening to hit the core and drop the city early, the Avengers all assembled to fend off the onslaught of Ultron's sentries sent their way. Vision broke away and used the Mind Stone to blast Ultron. Joined by Iron Man and Thor, the combined energies worked to melt some of the tough metal skin away, allowing Hulk to come in and clobber the sentient robot into the distance. Iron Man and Thor planned to render the island harmless to the planet below by destroying it. While the Avengers worked to clear the city, Ultron managed to steal a Quinjet and attack the Avengers. His burst interrupted Black Widow's attempts to calm Hulk down. This also ended Quicksilver's life, as he jumped in the way of shots to save Hawkeye and a child the Archer had just rescued. Hulk dropped Black Widow off on a helicarrier, leapt onto the Quinjet, and threw Ultron back to the still floating city. Scarlet Witch found her tormentor and ripped out his robotic heart so he could know what it felt like to lose her twin brother. Vision swept in to save Wanda as Thor and Iron Man continued their plan to destroy the airborne part of Sokovia. Hydra figured out how to tap into the power of supersoldiers to create advanced robotics. The Ultron program could create robotic sentries to take on huge, earth-shaking threats, eventually replacing the need for the Avengers.